Hello, everyone. Today, I want to tell you a story that is not just meant to improve your listening skills, but to change the way you think about success, struggle, and life itself. Because this is not a fairy tale where everything works out easily. This is the story of a young man who learned a hard truth early in life, that nothing is free, not dreams, not respect, not success, and not growth. In a small town called Rivermore, surrounded by quiet hills and long, empty roads, lived a young man named Ethan Cole. He was 21 years old, full of dreams but limited by circumstances. Rivermore was the kind of place where people lived the same life every day and slowly stopped believing in something better. But Ethan was different. He refused to accept that his future was already decided. Ethan lived in a small rented house with his family. His father Daniel worked long hours in a factory, his back tired and hands rough. His mother Laura stitched clothes late into the night to earn extra money, and his younger brother Noah looked at Ethan like a hero. Money was always short, bills were always waiting, yet Ethan believed his life could change. From a young age, Ethan loved food, not just eating it, but seeing how it made people happy, how it brought comfort. His dream was to build something of his own one day, a place where people could feel warmth and hope, but he didn't know where to start. One cold evening, after another day of job rejections, Ethan sat outside his house staring at the sky. Fear filled his heart. Fear of staying stuck, fear of becoming invisible. He whispered, "There must be more than this. But how do I begin when I have nothing?" The next morning, he shared his thoughts with his father. Daniel listened quietly and then said words that stayed with Ethan forever. "Son, dreams don't come with discounts. Nothing valuable is free. If you want something, you start with what you have, even if it feels small." Days passed, and Ethan kept thinking, until one morning he noticed something simple. People in Rivermore traveled far just to buy fresh bread. There was no local bakery, no smell of fresh bread in town. That night Ethan couldn't sleep. An idea had taken root. He had no money, no experience, but he had determination. The next day, Ethan walked miles to a nearby town to an old bakery owned by Mr. Harrison, a man known for his strict nature. Ethan gathered courage and asked, "Sir, I want to sell your bread in my town. I don't have money up front, but trust me, for 1 week, I'll return your money and keep a small profit." Mr. Harrison laughed. "Why should I trust you?" Ethan replied calmly, "Because failure is not an option for me." After a long pause, the old man agreed. That chance changed everything. Every morning before sunrise, Ethan carried baskets of bread to Rivermore and sold them near the park. At first, people ignored him, then doubted him. But Ethan smiled, offered samples, and spoke honestly. By the end of each day, all the bread was sold. 1 week turned into a month. Ethan worked harder than ever, saving slowly, buying a small cart, yet his hunger to grow never faded. One day a customer said, "If you baked your own bread, you'd earn more." The idea scared him, but he remembered the truth. Nothing is free. Ethan returned to Mr. Harrison and asked to learn baking. The old man warned him it would be hard, and it was. Ethan failed again and again. His hands hurt. His bread failed. Some nights he felt like quitting, but each time he remembered his father's words and showed up again. Slowly, he improved. One day, Mr. Harrison handed him a loaf and said, "This is good." That moment meant everything. Ethan started baking small batches at home. His family helped him. People noticed the difference. His bread felt honest, warm, real. But success brought new challenges. A modern bakery opened in Rivermore. Sales dropped, fear returned, but Ethan didn't quit. He listened, improved, worked longer, and adapted. Months later, he saved enough to rent a small shop. It wasn't fancy, but it was his. He named it Ethan's Hearth. Then one stormy night, a small fire damaged his bakery. Standing there the next morning, Ethan felt broken, but not defeated. He said, "This is not the end." He baked from home again. He asked for help, and the town responded. When Ethan reopened his bakery, people lined up, not just for bread, but to support the man who never gave up. Standing outside his shop, Ethan smiled, knowing the truth he had earned through struggle. Nothing is free, but with hard work, patience, and belief, everything is possible.